Hello. As I mentioned before, I've been having a lot of prophetic dreams in the past. And so today I want to tell you a dream that I had a few days ago. Today is February the 9th. And I wrote this down. I can remember, I can say it, but I don't want to leave out anything. So bear with me. This church, oh, I got that on there. Okay. I was telling another friend that's in the ministry, and she said, "Why don't you just, that's really important. Why don't you post it?" So I did have this dream. It was like I was in the church right in front of me. But it was a dream, but it was a prophetic dream, and it was like I was standing there right in the church, and this is what I want to read. Okay, this is what I wrote down. I don't know whose church it was, and I was looking at people praying, some clowning. I saw a couple of caskets with someone in it, and could only see parts of the person. And it was a silk cloth that would cover the face because, Lord knows, I was tiptoeing and maneuvering to see the faces. I couldn't make it out. I wanted to see if it was someone I knew so I could pray. I did it anyway. The caskets were all in the church, but that doesn't mean it was supposed to be there while the service was going on. Maybe it meant people are spiritually dead and don't know it. Maybe God didn't want me to see the real people in it, and maybe it was a church in another city or state. The message was that it was pretty much goes on in every church. I saw the preacher, but I didn't know who he was. He had a microphone and he was boasting what greatness has taken place in his church. That is what he was saying when he addressed people. When he spoke, he would say, "My church, my saints, my pulpit, mine, mine, mine." And God was displeased. God said, "I bless to open the doors. These are my people, not yours, and my pulpit." He showed me also that the preacher did not realize how he was saying things because it's a figure of speech. But when I saw where he threw money towards all the things that was put in the pulpit, I saw the money fly out of his hands. But I think it's spiritual. Just saying, we must be careful of how we speak. It is easy when we just say things and not mean it. God knew it, but he was not happy about it because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we bring things to existence. So when we don't mean it, we bring that spirit of pride in without realizing it. I had to share this. It is to be said. God is very displeased. I saw decorations of red and blue all over the pulpit and in the church. I can't make it out. I'm sorry, I can't make out the other colors, but those two colors stood out. It kind of reminds me of the color of the great whore in the book of Revelation, although I know the color purple was part of the great whore, but not sure of purple. But the colors could have been spiritual, symbolic. Preachers should be really reaching out to the streets. The preachers are too much focused on building up their church to be adorned and everything like that, and all they have to do is take their members out on the streets to go and minister to those people on the streets everywhere. But Jesus said, those really that's without Christ are the ones who are considered sick. The ones who are already walking the right ways, they don't need a physician. And we're forgetting the whole purpose of saying yes to the Lord. It is to gather those who are sick. Work for the kingdom. Working for the kingdom is bringing those in. It's not all about the building. We use the building to teach people, but we're teaching the same people over and over and over again. A lot of times without the revelation, we're telling them Bible stories and yelling and hacking and all that. And I'm pretty sure when Jesus taught the word, he didn't yell at the people. Or if you're sitting in front of a class and you're trying to learn math, they're not going to say, two plus two equal four. Um, just tell me, just teach me. And then preachers say, I can't get an amen. I don't hear you. You're quiet because they're listening, they're learning. So we need to, preachers need to stop depending on amens and know that you're teaching. And if, really, when they say amen, there's nothing wrong with agreeing. But a lot of times, when even those who know the Bible, if you're telling them something that they're not aware of or they didn't see it that way, then expect them to be quiet because they're listening. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Is be quiet when you're listening?